morning. It's Rebecca. Hey, listen, before we get started, I just wanted to let you know that if you're looking to reduce overwhelm and stress in your business, go to talkwithbecky.com and let my team and myself help you reduce the stress and the overwhelm with our implementation of systems, because that's what we do. So today I wanted to hop in here and talk with you about a client example with regard to the overwhelm and the stress and the root and the derivative of it. So basically I get a call or a login at talkwithbecky.com, and the client exposed to me that her stress levels are ungodly. She has no idea where the business stands. She just knows that it's running, pays the bills, she takes a salary, and everything seems okay, but she doesn't have any idea where the finances are. And you know, I'm all about the numbers. Everything is all about the numbers. So what we did was we started at her accounting system. That's usually week number 1 in our talkwithbecky.com class, okay? So we started out with the accounting system, and once I got my hands in there, she said that we were on QuickBooks Online and everything is there, and I said, okay, great. Let me hop in and see how it's working. And lo and behold, as soon as I opened it up, because being a CPA for 25 plus years in business, I can obviously take a look at the stuff and know something pretty quickly if it's off or not. And what I saw was like mind-blowingly off, okay? And so I was like, wow, what is this file? This can't be the right file. It must be, something gone bad. She must have given me access to the wrong one. So I asked her about it. She's like, nope, that's the only one. And then I talked to the bookkeeper. Okay, I have this office manager bookkeeper, apparently, and she handles all the finances. So I said, okay, let me talk to her. I get on the phone with her, and she's like, I said, this account looks like it hasn't been reconciled since June of 2017. And she was like, yeah, you're right. Oh, I was like, what? I was startled. I said, how do we operate an accounting system that hasn't been reconciled since June of 2017, and the cash account is negative like hundreds of thousands of dollars? I know that's not accurate. And she's like, nope, it's not. I said, well, what do we provide the accountant, the CPA, to do the tax returns? She's like, bank statements. He does it from there. So I said, he doesn't actually work within the QuickBooks file. I give it back and make the adjustments because it's QuickBooks Online, and that she sees everything. She's like, nope. And they're so nope and nonchalant about it. So my heart starts thumping because it is the accounting system. It is where I love to focus, because what am I always saying is that the numbers are the most important facet of the business. It's the dashboard. We cannot run it. And obviously you see that when the finances are not under control, when the numbers are all askew, anxiety builds up. Overwhelm builds up. Stress levels go beyond belief. So our goal at talkwithbecky.com is to just reduce that for you and get stuff that means something to you. Numbers that mean something. So then we were looking at one specific activity that the business does every year, and she wanted to know if she should do it again. And we have to make that decision within 7 to 10 days. So I asked the bookkeeper, where is the allocation and the segregation for the revenue and expenses for this one activity, this one event? And she's like, well, it's not in the accounting system. And I said, well, where is it? And she said, well, it's in a spreadsheet, an Excel spreadsheet. So I said, well, do you have all the substantiation and the backup and what have you? And she's like, yep, I have all that, and I can put it all together. And I said, okay, so you have all the expenses, where is all the income? And she's like, well, it's not in the accounting system, it's actually in this other system, and I'll have to extrapolate that. And I'm like, so we don't have this today. When will I have this number? When am I getting it? Well, I can probably give it to you within 1 to 2 business days. This is not acceptable. I need to make decisions, financial decisions, quickly sometimes. And if I don't have pertinent information, I am not able to do that. Neither are you as the business owner. So getting those numbers at the fingertips is the starting point. okay? First and foremost. And my concern is that there's several concerns here, but my biggest concern is that the bookkeeper is also an office manager, has full control of deposits, has full control of all banking online, has full control of cash and everything else coming in, manages employees, talks with customers and clients. There is so much negative that could happen to the business right there. This woman, as the bookkeeper, office manager, could literally walk away with this company, lock, stock, and barrel. All the money in the account can just be gone. Okay, there's no internal controls there. That is like huge issue, is the protection of assets in your accounting system. We need to have that. It doesn't matter how small your office is. But the game plan here for this particular client is to get this accounting system up and running. Because listen, not only is it going to produce pertinent information for business decisions going forward, it's going to eliminate stress, anxiety, and overwhelm in her daily life in that business. So the first thing that we're going to implement are checkpoints and internal controls for her. Because if we don't get that situated, then all of this, okay, will just keep snowballing and we'll never catch up. God forbid, and I'm not saying that this woman is stealing, but God forbid there is some form of collusion happening. It will continue to go and she'll continue to manipulate and we'll always be chasing it. So we need to nip that right in the bud. And honestly, there's nothing against this woman. She seems to be the nicest woman ever, but my job is to have a certain level of skepticism. And my skepticism leads me to internal control structure and segregation of functions. That just means that somebody that collects the cash is not allowed to have access to the bank account or to all these other accounts. Like, everything needs to be ticked and tied so that business owner can just sit here and oversee and know that everything is ticked and tied. So it's got to be segregated. The second thing is where I always tell you the numbers tell the story. The numbers tell the story. I don't have a story right now. I cannot help this woman make a decision with regard to this event coming up that she does every single year in order to determine if it's making enough money, or if it didn't make enough money, why didn't it make enough money? Okay, what expenses were too high? Can we double the event next year and make more money? I have no idea. You know how frustrating that is for me? And I'm not even in the business yet. I'm just helping. So we have to have those numbers tell a story for our current situation in order to be able to make decisions for the future direction of the company. There's absolutely no way we can do that. There is no magic wand. Although when I was in accounting in taxes, I actually had a magic wand. When clients told me they didn't want to pay taxes, I used to tell them, wave the wand, pray for the best. But that is not how you run a business, right? And number 3 is, once you have the internal control structure in place, okay, so not one person is dominating your financial arena and your accounting system, and you have the numbers in front of you telling a story either way, positive or negative. We have to know the story in order to know how we're going forward, right? If it's negative, we will react. If it's positive, we will react and plan. But without knowing those numbers, we can't possibly do that. And also by knowing the numbers and putting this accounting system in place, the stress and the burden comes off the chest of the business owner. Number 1, it pretty much automates itself when it's set up correctly, because we make it so that in a matter of probably 15 minutes to a half an hour, it's done. It's done. And that can even, believe me, that can happen on a weekly basis. If the accounting system is set up correctly, the business owner should not be spending more than an hour a week on it. Not more than an hour. So the peace of mind, because I feel like whether or not, some people say, well, I don't even want to know. I don't know how it works. I don't know how I pay my bills every week, but I don't even want to know. But when you do know, whether it's good or whether it's bad, there's peace of mind. Because even if it's bad, even if it's like, you know what, I'm falling short every month, you know And now you can turn it around and move to position the company to move forward, to not be negative anymore. And that brings peace of mind. So getting on with this client, she was just like, the first day, I didn't even do anything. I didn't know any of this problem existed. We just had our first initial consult. We talked about a plan. I told her how we were going to attack it. She agreed. So we got off the phone and we started to attack it. And the last word she said to me on the call was, I already feel better knowing it's in your hands. So just that peace of mind, guys, is worth its saving grace. Go to talkwithbecky.com if you do feel the overwhelm and the stress in your accounting system, because I'm so confident that we can help you. My team and I are experts in this industry. I've been in it for 25 plus years. There's not much I haven't seen on my end in the small business arena, and I want to help. It made me feel so good to hear her say, you just took the weight of the world off my shoulders. That's amazing. That's music to my ears. All right. Anyway, that's it. Just wanted to hop in here and talk to you about the importance of your accounting system and how having those numbers presented in front of you very, very rapidly so that we can make decisions and have discussions about the direction of the business does reduce a huge amount of overwhelm and stress in your daily life as the business owner. And that's the name of the game, right? Financial freedom and personal freedom is what you originally signed up for, and that's where we want you to be. Have a great day. Enjoy your Friday. Push as hard as you can to finish the week strong, and I look forward to talking to you soon.